Oh my God. So you might be wondering what that was. That was a mistake, honestly. But one that, I think will be a fun one in the future. The other part of the mistake is this, because I'm going from taking a shots of tequila to drinking whiskey, which is a bad choice. You should never do it, but I'm about to because I don't really want to have more of that tequila. It's not good tequila, but I'm trying to get rid of it. Today I decided, you know what I'm going to do? It is like almost 10 o'clock at night. I'm kind of bored, and I discovered Drunk History's Scariest Stories. So I figured that it might be time to get drunk and do some drunk history. And so, I guess it's time to strap in and let's get going. I am probably going to hit a little watermark every so often, because, well, last time I did one of these videos, last time I did one, I got a lot of issues. There was a lot of issues, so trying to avoid that for the most part. So every so often, camera angle might shift just a bit, just so you are not surprised when it happens. But without further ado, I don't think I said that already. I'm not really sure. Tequila's already working. Let's go.
I'm going to impale you. And he does that to 200 boyers. It's sadistic that he killed 200 boyers in his court in Targovice. Vlad is like,
Hilarious.
Call me Dracula.
No.
Hello, I'm Tess Lynch, and tonight we're going to learn about the mother of Halloween, Mrs. Elizabeth Krebs.
She does a great job with that. Should I drink every time they do? I think I may be able to drink every time they do. I think that would be fun.
In the early decades of the 20th century,
maybe I'll
Halloween
die.
was celebrated in a far different way. This was 1912 in Hiawatha, Kansas, and groups of kids would gather together,
right.
wear masks, and they would just destroy shit. And there
This is one that I know for a fact I have seen before, but again, I'm not entirely sure when I watched it, because I know I didn't watch all of these. I just watched some of them. I watched a couple of Drunk Histories, and I don't think I've seen all of them. So I'm like, some of these might be rehashing, guys, but this time I'm drinking while I do it. So that makes it different and better, right?
like, oh shoot, an outhouse. What are we gonna do that outhouse? Tip it the hell over. That's right. And then they would set it on fire and then they'd laugh. And then before you know it, the entire town is just turned over outhouses, beheaded chickens, babies punched in the head. The kids, the hooligans are like, I'm a boy with a penis, I'm peeing in the hole. Devil's night, motherfucker.
That's scary.
It's terrible.
Very
it's just
scary.
it's just terrible.
Not great.
So on the morning of November 1st, 1912, day after Halloween, obviously, Elizabeth Krebs, founder of the Hiawatha Garden Club, wakes up, parts the curtains, and saw her garden was completely up.
Destroyed.
And she's like, this is insane. The heirloom roses, the asters, the gourds. And she's like, what's wrong with these kids? What do they need? You know what I think they need? Is a party. Burn off that demonous energy. Is that a word?
Yeah.
I think demonic is maybe the phrase that we're going for here. Demonic and energy. I feel like I probably mentioned it before in the other video, but we didn't really have the night after Halloween being a problem. We had the night before Halloween being a problem, and it was called Mischief Night. And if you didn't bring in your pumpkins, you would get them smashed on the ground. And it was so mean because it's if they're drawing pumpkins 90% of the time, they're kids. So what are you going to do? Why are you going to take some 9-year-old's pumpkin and smash it on the ground? It's awful. I mean, now I make pumpkins and the jack-o'-lanterns, and it's a lot of fun for me as an adult. But honestly, here in Chicago, Leave them out all night. Never been a problem. No one's ever taken anything except for the one pumpkin that my friend made one year that said, please steal. It said, please steal this. And that was what he wrote carved into the pumpkin. And that one got stolen. We were really hoping that someone would steal it and like it pass it around. And we were hoping it would get stolen multiple times just because we thought that would be really funny. But obviously we never heard about that happening. But the point being, we had mischief night. And like, again, that's when people would end up with their cars egged and toilet paper in the trees. And no one ever did anything to my house. I did get a pumpkin smashed one year. And we saw the evidence of it around the rest of the neighborhood, but like we were pretty good about bringing in the pumpkins and no one ever TP'd our tree. Like, but it did happen in my neighborhood. And then I moved to Chicago and there's never been a freaking issue on my street.
Anyway, listen. October 31st, 1913. Elizabeth Krebs is like, I'm gonna have a decent sized party. Not a big party. Who am I? The king of Rome? No. So she does it. And the neighborhood kids come. They're like, pretty cool party, Mrs. Krebs. Bobbin' for apples. Like, I'm MVP of Bobbin' for apples. And then it just keeps going like ad nauseum on repeat until the end of the evening. So Elizabeth Krebs is like, I have a feeling this is really gonna work. I've exhausted this youthful population to the point where they can't do shit. This is awesome. So she goes to bed, wakes up the next morning, November 1st, 1913, parts the curtains, but everything's leveled again. And Elizabeth Krebs is like, no shit, are you kidding me? And look at that, a mail truck's on fire. Someone's waiting for a postcard that's never gonna arrive because that mail truck got lit the on fire. And she's like, I had this decent sized party. How could these kids even have it in them to take a piss on everything? But then Elizabeth Krebs is like, you know what? I got an idea. So she goes home, and Elizabeth Krebs spends the entire next year planning for this party. And
I feel like I do that too.
She devoted all of her own time and resources and money into making a huge rager. Oh, I spilled.
Aw.
Happy Halloween.
And now look,
Bummer.
for the whole
What
rest
happened?
of it, I dribbled, man. I dribbled. So it is October 31st, 1914. She's waiting at Town Square. And eventually, what's that? Kids in costumes trickling in to the Town Square, ready to rage. And she's like, thank God, because I knew this was gonna be a thing, and it was. So these kids, these hooligans, are at this party, and band comes in, starts playing.
That's fun.
That's felt weak sauce.
That was pretty weak sauce.
I love that song.
So anyway, the hooligans are like, hey man,
That was pretty bad.
I'm pretty shocked that old Mrs. Krebs is throwing like the coolest party I ever seen in Hiawatha, Kansas. And so everybody gets marched down to the Armstrong Opera House, and Elizabeth Krebs is like, yo, that's a long way, and those kids are gonna be tired by the time they get there. And they're actually really enjoying themselves. And they're like,
there's a
man,
parade.
this is my jam. This is Danny Boy.
That's
This
so
is top of
fun.
the charts. So the band keeps playing until these kids are like zombified. It's like Thriller. And Elizabeth Krebs is like, that's good. I like that. I like that. So she goes home, she goes to bed, wakes up next morning, November 1st, 1914. What does she see? How's her garden looking, Derek?
I'm not sure. I'm a little worried that it's gonna be destroyed.
No. She looks up and she's like, asters right there. Heirloom roses right there. And gourds, boom. It's like all the shit is lined up. It's exactly as it should be. People are in awe of her. They're like, Elizabeth, nobody destroyed my house. Nobody broke my windows. Chief of
It's so like sunny and nice for November 1st in Kansas, you know? I feel like, I know they film these in the summertime, but like I feel like still, find a cloudy day, put a filter over this shit.
Police comes up. Thank you, Elizabeth Krebs. Thank you, because guess what? Vandalism reports way down precipitously, and actually
You can still say
nobody was up to anything other than partying at your rager. She's like, damn straight. And he's like, we're gonna keep this tradition rolling pretty much forever. She's like, sounds good. So it changed the way we celebrate Halloween here and everywhere. That was was all because one woman, Elizabeth Krebs,
Was sick of having her garden destroyed every Halloween.
said Halloween is not about turning over outhouses to put poo on people's lawns. It is about
It's not?
dressing up really cute and getting a shit ton of candy.
Damn
Booyah.
straight. I'm so drunk.
I just learned the scariest story in the whole world.
Oh,
It's
did
not
you?
something for the squeamish. You guys for the squeamish?
Yes, I'm for the squeamish. Let's go, squeamish.
I'm Rich Fulcher, and
Oh,
today,
we know. We invited you on this trip.
of course, but I'm Rich Fulcher,
Okay,
and
hi.
today we're going to talk about the creation of Frankenstein.
It involved grave robbing,
Yeah,
bank and
I
stitching.
shit you not. It was 1816, which is over 2 years ago.
It is. It is, in fact,
Yeah.
over 2 years ago.
Mary Shelley was 18 years old, and she was traveling around with her stepsister.
Stepsister?
Stepsister.
Yeah, the
You know the
stepsister.
story.
Okay, yeah.
Claremont. And they were traveling
an
around
unfortunate name.
France, but they had another companion.
Will Wilburson or something.
Mary's lover, Percy Shelley, one of the premier poets
Wait,
of the
Percy
day.
Shelley? She was in
Percy.
love with someone that had her last name?
Two names.
Percy?
Shelley Percy?
Rich, her name is not Mary Shelley before she marries. Her name is Mary Wollstonecraft Goddard.
Good luck. Dress Granger.
Mary Wollstonecraft.
Mary Gollanswag. Okay. Her name is Mary Gollanswaga.
Wollstonecraft Goddard.
Her name is Mary Wallen Godstroff Codwin.
He's
And
making
she-
it harder.
Is bizarre.
Bizarre.
Wollstonecraft.
I will say I appreciate the actors being like exhausted by this whole shenanigans, and so they're just like, all right, we'll just go and drink some water. We got him too drunk. They did too good.
I'll get it. I'm gonna get it.
Why
Will
don't you
you?
throw in some more consonants, Greg?
I will get it.
Okay.
I know.
We got it. We got it. We got it.
What was her name?
Okay. Her name is Wallen Gonescroft.
Mary.
Her name is Mary Wollstonecraft Godwin. Okay?
Gotcha.
He got it. I'm so proud.
Let me
Is
tell
that
you
it?
about.
Is
No.
that the end?
But
That's
let
the
me
end of the
tell you
story.
about her. Mary Gollanswag.
Don't try it again. You got it.
You're
She got
traveling
kinky with
around
that.
France.
I mean,
You're
she
having a
probably
great
did.
time. Oh, there's bread. Oh, there's a peanut. I love this place. There were very free-flowing type of threesome there. So Claire said to
Claire
the
not
gang,
the
wait,
sleeping with these people?
hold up. Let's go to Lake Geneva. Lord Byron's there. Lord Byron
Well,
was
fuck
one of the premier
anybody.
poets of the day. And he fucked
everybody.
around.
Yeah, see, that's what I just
Should I
said.
say that?
You can say that.
Okay.
I just said it,
He
so
was
he can
one
say
of
it
those
too.
romantic poets who would say stuff
That
like,
Kenny from 30 Rock?
I love you! So something like that. I'm not really a poet myself. Anyway, so Claire said,
It's a little
hey,
bit more like
all
dramatic
right,
than
here's
that, I
the
think.
deal. I slept with him, and I still want to have some sleeps with him. Come on, let's go back to Lord Byron. Let's go to Lake Geneva. And sure enough, she got them all to go to Lake.
All right, let's all go.
Ooh.
Ew, girl,
Are you
good?
okay? Okay, but
Me and the host, Simpatica, once again, be like, hey, girl, you good?
here's the kicker. 1816, look it up, was the year without a summer.
Yeah, I heard
Mount
about that.
Tambora blew every fucking shit out of people. The eruption of the volcano
Everyone-
covered the
blown out of
whole
everybody.
Earth and made the world be not hot.
No.
They were like like, wow, I don't have a summer. I got a coat on. I'm fucked up with my.
Is that Elijah Wood? I like didn't even recognize him. God damn. Also, you might notice that from one shot to the next, the amount of liquor in my glass has gone up. This is because it is a Wednesday night, and I've decided to spend it getting sloshed just for fun. And as I watch other people be drunker than me, it's not fair how much drunker than me these storytellers are. It's not chill. I'm not okay with it, so I need to like catch up a little.
Non-summer apparel. Ugh. And Lord Byron said, "Let's hang out inside and fuck."
Yeah, let's do it. And I did.
It
all
really
summer.
happens. So listen, they're all having sex.
With
They're
each other.
going, "Oh, which one are you? I'm Mary." And then Mary and Claire are having a good time. And then all of a sudden, Percy and Claire. And then Lord Byron and Mary and they're like a pretzel area. And don't forget, there is the personal physician of Lord Byron, John Polioro, something like that. He's sitting there eating
Was he in the
a
cuck
pickle.
chair? I mean, if he's in the cuck chair, he definitely wants to be on it. Like, they definitely would have fucked him too, right? Right? I mean, I know that they end up spending a lot of time, like, telling spooky stories to each other. And, like, whoever writes the best story gets dicked down the best or something. But, like, I don't remember what the prize was. But Mary was like, just wait and see what I've got going on for you. And she created Frankenstein.
And they started to drink liquid opium, as one does.
Yeah, as one
And they
does.
started to talk about philosophy and scary things.
Like
Lord
philosophy.
Byron picked up this book and said, "Hey, look at this book I just found," in a Scottish accent.
Look at this
It's
book I just found.
Phantasmagorium. It's a German book
Phantasmagorium.
translated from France. It's a French book that translates German. It's some kind of translation book that has lots of ghosts. Whoa. Ooh, this is about a
Phantasmagorium
knight
or something.
who gives his kids a kiss of death on the forehead. And you know what happened?
No, what happened?
They all died of rabies.
This is scary.
Yes, so, but here's the scary part.
I mean,
Percy-
honestly, that would be a scary story to tell in the woods here. It's like, I would be like, any facts about foxes, things that get the rabies? Are they about in this woods? And granted, I did go camping several times as a kid, but I never really liked it very much. It wasn't really for me. I don't like sleeping on the ground. Fancy that. I've got bad enough insomnia when it's in a comfortable bed. My point being, I don't want to hear stories about rabies while I'm in the woods. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Freaked out so much at the story, he hallucinated that Mary had a demon head coming out of her nipples. Yeah, no, I shit you not.
I don't believe
He was
this
like,
guy.
"Ah, demons on your areolas! Not tonight, please, no!"
Of all nights.
Being
And
an
Lord
actor in
Byron-
one of these has to have been absolutely a fucking blast. You know?
all of a sudden says, "Hey, I got it. Let's have a scary story competition. And whoever has the scariest one, well, wins. Now
Wins what?
go forth and write this story."
Wins what?
I'm like slightly worried that you're possessed right now.
Well, that's for you to find out and me to decide.
Rich, remember when you used to like work as a bartender?
Yeah.
Do you mind making Kirby a drink?
No. Hey!
A margarita. See,
Hey! Hey!
I mean, I will say one thing for bartending, and I've been a bartender for a while now. It's like, no matter how drunk I get, I can always pull out a really good cocktail, and I can get fucking crazy with it. I'm not gonna break those bottles. They are staying firmly in my grasp. I will, on occasion, I have like broken a glass later. Like, one time I sat on one. Oops. But it shouldn't have been there. It was on the floor. That's not where the glasses go. But anyway, that my point is, it's like, you can be super drunk as a bartender. It's like, very rarely. We know how to make those things no matter how trashed we are. It's a skill.
I think
It's a
this
skill.
is good. Taste it.
Oh, that's tasty.
See? So let me tell you something. It was Percy, Lord Byron,
We know how to make
Mary
drinks.
and Claire, and Lord Byron's personal physician.
Oh, right, the
So
doctor's
they
still
were
around.
all sitting around for the scary story competition. So, first up goes Percy. His scary story is just like this poetic thing about his childhood. Climbing up a tree was so scary when I fell down on my knee.
such
Something
good
like
poetry.
that.
Good.
He didn't
Good
really
poem.
get it. He's an artist. He's like, I like to prance.
We're the romantics. You're gonna prance. It's prancing. Anyway.
And then Lord Byron told his story, and he goes, this one's about a vampire who was very posh, and he talks to you, and then he bites you. And so, you know, it was scary, but still, meh. So then they go, what about you, Mary? Mary is an aspiring writer, so she's like, I don't want to fuck this up because here are the two very famous writers, poets
Yeah.
in Europe, and I don't want to tell a shitty story. So Mary goes, I'm going to write something good, so I don't have a story.
And ultimately going to create a new genre of fiction. Let's go.
Right now. But she was always listening to what Lord Byron and Percy were saying because they would always have these really interesting conversations about the latest ideas. And one of the latest ideas was about galvanism, which is like when you apply alchemy and electricity to revive animals. And she thought to herself,
Oh my God, what the fuck? Oh my God.
What?
It's a rabbit, it's a rabbit.
It's just a rabbit.
It's a jackrabbit?
I'm a really startly
I
person.
see.
I have never seen a person actually just get startled by a rabbit. I've only ever seen that in movies and cartoons. I love that it happened for real. Oh, that's fun. It is fun when I see things that I think of as being either melodrama or when I see something that I think of as being cartoonish actually happening IRL. Like, I one time did get so frustrated that I stomped my foot and threw up my hands before stalking away. And I was like, I had always thought that that was a fake thing. But no, it's not. There's a lot of those, actually, that I could probably tell of, like, things that I thought weren't real. And then it turned out, no, that's a thing. That happened. This is starting to work slowly but surely. It's starting to work on me. I waited a few minutes after I took those tequila shots to get really started, because you gotta wait a little bit before you feel the shots. And it's starting to feel, baby. Let's go. Boom, boom.
Anyway, sorry.
okay, that night, Mary falls asleep and has a terrible nightmare. She wakes up with a start and goes, oh! I have my story! You amazing puppet shits!
Puppet shits? Is that what he said?
And
You
so
amazing
Mary's
puppet
like,
shits?
yes, I finally have a story based on something I dreamed of last night. It's about a student at Ingolstadt University in Germany, and he's an alchemist and into electricity. And he's a nerd.
He's such
You know
a
what
nerd.
nerds are back then?
He knows what nerds are.
It was a
So
vibe.
Victor Frankenstein is his name. This man was obsessed with
I know him
bringing
too. Who's
people to life. So you know what he did? He went into the morgue and took body parts, arm, elbow, knee, nose, eyes, head, and put them together in his own special way.
Like a Mr. Potato Head.
Only it was a Mr. Humanoido head.
Mr. Humanoid Head, I like it.
With love and
And love
care
and care.
and nerdiness.
Her face on that one was great. Nerdiness. That was fantastic.
He was a nerd. He hooked up the electrodes to each bowel and testicle.
Ew.
And there it happened. The monster opened his eyes, blink, 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 and Victor Frankenstein looked at him and said, "Oh my God, I've done it! It's alive! Holy crap!
What the fuck did I do? Oh my God, run away, because I'm a coward and a cad.
He's alive! Finally, I can go home to my mom and say I've done something. Now give me
Kinda.
some fucking pancakes.
I'm gonna piss myself. Oh my God. Why do they
Pancakes
take
is good.
so long? Boys are meant to be quicker than girls.
Hi.
Are you done peeing?
No, I'm still going. Is that bad? This is what's weird.
means that
is
you've had a
most
lot to
people
drink,
think
baby.
Frankenstein is the monster. No! It's not the monster. It's the Victor Frankenstein is the creator of Frankenstein. I mean, you know,
What was the monster called?
Oh, yeah.
Taco,
Taco.
which is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super, super interesting. The monster's name was Taco. I've seen a couple of versions of Frankenstein, actually, that have been pretty good. I guess it was 2.5. I think Kenneth Branagh was in one, and then I liked that one. And then I also saw, I don't remember if that was the one where Helena Bonham Carter was the bride. But in any case, I also saw the one that was like, it had Johnny Lee Miller and Benedict Cumberbatch, and they switched roles like every other night. So they were half the time Johnny Lee Miller was Frankenstein, half the time he was the monster, and vice versa with Benedict Cumberbatch. Like they had filmed it in London, I believe, somewhere across the sea. In any case, and so but they did air it twice at this theater in Washington, D.C. when I was in college. And I literally cut my vacation with my family short to go and watch both versions. Cause I'm a weirdo. And I was obsessed. So I went and I got to see both versions on one Friday, one on the next Friday, but I guess I cut the vacation short to go and see this thing in DC. And it was so cool. Like honestly, if I can find it somewhere online, that would be fantastic because it was a really, really cool production. It was really steampunky. I liked both versions. Both were good. I think it's also a really cool idea to have the monster and the doctor swap actors. I think that's a really interesting plot and a really interesting idea. Anyway, irrelevant.
So Victor Frankenstein looked down at his creation, and the monster
Hey, Will.
looked up at him and said, "Master? Creator?" And Frankenstein thought to himself, he has white eyes and black lips and yellow skin and arteries bursting out of his skin. This is not the person I thought I would be creating. And he ran out of the room. Run, 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 run. And he hid in his bedroom. And he thought to himself, this is terrible what I've done. Oh, what do I do? He laid down and went to sleep.
Yeah.
And when he woke up, the monster was staring right down on his filthy fucking face.
Dang, Mary. I love how how into it these guys are just cackling. I mean, he's doing a great job of making things very dramatic and screaming. And again, the actress playing Mary, very fun. She seems to be having a great time. I've also seen a couple of things that made me chuckle about this story in the past, where it's like, yeah, he's like making this thing in his dorm room, right? So you get all of the, like, what is Frankie up to? It's like, who knows what Victor's up to? He's a weirdo. And then suddenly one day he literally made a dude. Like, wild choice. Imagine being his next door neighbor in this moment.
And so Frankenstein said,
Frankenstein?
Frankenstein. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went Mel Brooks for a minute.
That's how scary it is. You don't want to say it the same twice. So what I'm trying to say is Victor Frankenstein freaked out so bad. No, please don't. Please, I want nothing to do with you. And the monster goes, listen to this, because this is scary. You need to create a companion for me, or I will kill your lover. Dr. Frankenstein made the bride, but then all of a sudden had second feelings about this, because what if she became a freak? What would he do? How much guilt would he feel?
How many?
So he destroyed Frankenstein's bride and just fucked off.
Yep.
But sure enough, Frankenstein rushed into the bedroom and said, "What the fuck is going on? The monster killed the fiancé, wife, and there
Whatever.
she was dead."
Yeah, she was. They've kind of taken away all of like the human parts of the monster in this one. Kind of a bummer. Beautiful. I mean, like, it's hard to make this story short. Obviously, I've been going for 30 minutes. I won't shut up. But like, you know, all of his like attempts at connecting with humanity before he finally like asked for the wife, because he wasn't able to connect. And he tried, every time he tried, he got run off eventually. Like the little girl was cute, but then he killed her or something. And then the blind man. And I don't know. Like, I feel like there was a bunch of times throughout the story where the monster did try to connect with people, and he was very well learned, and he was like really smart and tried to fit in. He tried to be a member of society, but everyone was like, "Oh, you're hideous." And so then he was like, "Hey, bro, you made me and then you ran off. Please make me someone who's not going to run away at the sight of me." And that's when all this happened. But we skipped a lot of it.
And the monster said, "You have destroyed my love life because you destroyed my sex bot." You know, like in that
Basically.
day, it would have been a sex bot.
Like a real doll.
Yeah, like a a doll.
A ball.
And he ran out of the room and was never to be seen again until later. And that
Until later when he was seen
is
again.
the story.
That's
up to
a really,
now.
that, you know what? I might steal that. And he ran off, never to be seen again, until he was. Boom, boom, boom.
So Mary said, "How did I do? I believe that I have done quite a scary story, have I not?" Lord Byron and Shelley, after the story, were silent. And then all of a sudden, everybody was like, "Oh my God, I'm pissing out of my balls. This is so amazing." And Mary looked at them and said, "Really? Are you cereal?"
Cereal? Remember when that was a thing? Cereal?
And Percy said to Mary, "You have got to write this down and sell it."
I do like the support she got from her boys here. I appreciate the support that she got from her boys.
And she goes, "What? What? What?
Okay.
What? 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 Rat!
Are you done? Gross. And now it's over.
Hello.
The end.
I'm Alan McLeod, and
Hi, Alan.
today we're going to tell the story of the curse of Giles Corey.
Oh, poor Giles. I feel bad for him. Getting squished. I think he's the only man who died during the Salem witch trials, and they did it by squishing him. It's not chill. It sucks, actually. The Crucible was like the only thing I read in high school that I liked because it was a play, and we got to act through the whole thing, and that was fun for me. Also, I discovered that you can use like the John Proctor, like he's a great archetype, and you can like use him as a comparison to like everything. So as long as you have a general understanding of John Proctor, any single time an English essay asks you to compare archetypes or whatever, you can fucking use John Proctor. He's the perfect representation of like the Christ figure archetype. Better even than Jesus somehow. Amazing. But no, he's like a really good character. If you're watching this and you're like in high school and you need like a really, I don't know why you're watching this, but hey, but if you need a good character archetype to just really nail down, I'm talking about Christ figure archetypes. Getting nailed down. Okay, this is definitely hitting me now. Oh my God. Anyway, point is, John Proctor is a really good one. He's like a good character to really understand because you can compare him to basically everything and you can use him in 90% of the essays you're ever going to be asked to write in an English class. Anyway.
Ooh. Our story begins in Salem, Massachusetts. The Puritans had just settled the colony and they were very much into biblical law. So a bunch of girls started acting erratically, and a doctor checked them out and he said, these girls are bewitched. And thus began the Salem witch trials. So these witch trials start, and Martha and Giles Corey are just like eating popcorn and enjoying themselves, and they're going and they're excited about it, and they're like, oh, I love you, honey, we're at the witch trials, and isn't it fun that there might be witches among us? So the Puritans were not very scientific. You would have to like pee into a cup, and then they would like pour the pee into like a cake, and then a dog would have to eat the cake, and then if and the person who peed into the cake felt pain when the dog ate the cake, then that person was a witch. And Martha's like, that doesn't make any sense as far as like judging whether you're a witch or not. So Ann Putnam was like, you're a witch because you're criticizing us.
I saw, this is another fun one too, that I see jokes online. It's like, I saw Goody Proctor at the Devil's Sacrament. It's like, well, bitch, what were you doing at the Devil's Sacrament? What were you doing at the Devil's Sacrament then, though?
And so Sheriff George Corwin came in and was like, if you're accused of being a witch, you're gonna get hung, and that's it. The trial is arbitrary. It's not really. Oh, excuse me.
What's that? What was that?
There's a little something coming up. It's all good.
Okay,
down.
good.
One of the Corey goes to trial, and Giles Corey was just swept up in the hysteria of the whole thing. He's like, well,
I'm trying to
our
just...
cat died, and that could be a sign of a witch. And also, my ox has been having some issues. So she could be a witch. I mean, I don't know, but she could be a
told on
witch.
her?
Well, then Martha goes to jail. And Giles is like, I've been caught up in the whole mania of the Salem witch trials, and I need to relax and come to my senses. And now that I've come to my senses, I realize my wife's not a witch. And I was telling tales out of school, and everybody's like, so wait a second, you're doubting us or you're questioning us? Like, that means you're a witch. And then Giles is like, His f***ing hiccups, dude.
Oh, man.
Don't worry about it.
All right, okay.
Yeah, just keep telling
And
me.
so Sheriff Corwin comes in. He says, all right, well, it's time for me to torture you, baby. And my choice of torture is Pien de Forte. Oh, Pien Will Forte. God damn it.
No.
Pierre de
Nope. Something.
So Giles Corey was given the sentence of Piene Forte et Dur. And that basically meant we're going to put this board on you and then we're going to put a bunch of rocks on top of you and
All he ever
crush
said
you
was more weight.
until you plead guilty or not guilty. So they start putting rocks on him and start pressing on him. Wait, I'll crush you the right way.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Board.
I love the sound guy. Hi, sound guy.
Yeah. That's not what they had, Alan.
Shady.
Okay.
Oh, man.
It hurts.
I like that he was like not chill with the ironing board, but he's fine with being with the cushion. Like the ironing board at least was gonna hurt the other guy too.
Yes, it hurts. Your body on top of a body.
Oh, you are laying in the weirdest way possible. Why are you laying half on your side like that? Of course it hurts.
Okay, anyway. And the sheriff is like, I'm crushing you. You're a witch.
I'm not a witch. Are you kissing me? Alan.
Anyway, all that Giles says to them, more weight. I can take it. More weight. Oh, is that the biggest, heaviest rock you got? More weight. Oh. So for 2 days, Giles Corey is being crushed there. And it got so bad that Giles Corey's eyes were bulging out of his head.
Oh
and
my
his
God.
tongue was just outside of his mouth. Sheriff Corwin has to come over there and put them back in with the tip of his cane.
Ew!
He's like, hey, why don't you confess to being a witch? Giles is like, you can kill me now, but I promise I curse you. I curse you, Sharon Kerr.
Did he have enough air to say all of that? Oh my God, Jesus F. Who's that? Jesus H is the thing people say. I feel like people could go with Jesus F. I feel like that's anyway. Oh, whiskey, baby.
Curse you, Sheriff Kerwin. Curse you, Salem. I have the hiccups, but I curse you because I'm being crushed. And you'll understand this later. Sorry. Bye. Giles Corey's death was so gruesome that it led to the end of the Salem witch trials.
Oh, dang. Okay,
And
I didn't
then
realize that.
4 years later, Sheriff Corwin died of a heart attack. Obviously, they can't trace it back to, the
Giles
curse,
Corey.
but we all know it's the curse. So in 1978, Sheriff Robert Cahill had a heart attack and was like, I should do some research on this curse that was put on us by Giles.
Really?
And he found that every sheriff in Salem had a heart attack or a stroke. He was like,
Oh, that's actually fucking wild, though.
oh shit, that curse was real.
That is actually crazy. If every single sheriff of Salem from 16 whenever to 1970s, whatever, had a heart, like that's, I mean, okay, look, I guess statistically speaking, the thing most likely to kill a man is a heart attack, right? I feel like that is something that I've learned. That's a statistical tidbit. It's really, really likely that the thing that's going to kill a man is a heart attack. And I guess these people were like you think of sheriffs as having a sort of maybe more influence and maybe being a little bit, they're able to eat a little bit more unhealthily than others in the community might be able to. And Boston is the home of Dunkin' Donuts. Clogging those arteries. It's still fun to think about.
I was like, that was a real ass curse. So they moved the sheriff's department out of Salem. This is one of the untold stories of the
Oh, they brought him
Salem
outside.
witch trials.
Can I press you real quick?
I could die.
Should I put on flannel? I have it with
How's that feel? Whoa.
I'm paralyzed.
my flannel. I have it.
Hello,
Oh, hi.
I'm
I
Greg
was-
Sokolescu. And today
Yes, sir?
Today we're going to talk about Vlad the Impaler, the railman behind Dracula. So it's 1447, and Vlad III from Wallachia is a political prisoner in the Ottoman Empire. Vlad is like, I want to go back to my dad. I'm a prince. I'm an heir to the throne. And Radu, Vlad's brother, is like, I kind of like it here. I really like the Sultan's son, Mehmed II. Mehmed's like, I like you too. And then out of nowhere, this boyar shows up, this nobleman, and he's breathless. And he's like, Vlad, I have bad news. Your father is dead. His daddy was killed by rival boyars. And Vlad is like, I'd like to avenge my father's death, please. Can you please release me? And they're like, okay. But Radu's gonna stay
Same
here.
guy who played Frankenstein, right? What is his name? Who is that actor?
If that's cool. And Radu's like, yeah, I love it here. So he
Just tell he has
rides
so
to
much space
Wallachia,
stuff on.
kicks down the door, and he's like, you ain't gonna take away our freedoms.
Oh, watch that head.
Anyway, he's like, sweet, I'm pretty much Prince of Wallachia. Let's have a party!
Let's
and he
have
invites
a motherfucking party. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I took a minute just there to look and see who the fuck it was because it's been bothering me. It's Seth Rogen. I was like, I knew I recognized him both times though. And it was him both times. It's not me being crazy. I was like, I definitely know who this actor is. Can't place him for the life of me because he has so much shit on his face. It was Seth Rogen. Both times. Solved it. Thank you, Google.
all of these boyars. He's like, guys, let's bury the hatchet. I know you killed my father. That's fine. You don't worry, but don't worry about it. You killed my dad. That's okay. So the boyars are like, we'll do whatever you feel like is good. And they like drink and have a great time. And then they're gonna leave and they're like, great, thank you so much, Vlad. We had such a great time. We're gonna head out. And Vlad's like, yeah. Shut the doors. All the boys are like, wait, what? So Vlad's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a steak that's like sharpened almost to a point, kind of not to a point, a little rounded, and I'm gonna shove it up your butthole. And then I'm gonna like go into your esophagus, and I'm gonna stick it out your mouth. I'm going to impale you. And he does that to 200 boyars. It's sadistic.
See, like, this one is the one that freaks me the fuck out. Like, because all of the other ones, it's like you can tell how they're doing it. Like, this one is so gross looking. It's so nasty. I haven't done a display. I haven't done the watermark in a million years, and I'm gonna get claimed.
200 boyars in his court in Targovice.
Very
Vlad
funny.
is like, call me Dracula. So he's like going around doing this to
Vlad
everybody.
Dracula.
He's like, you.
His name was Vlad Dracul, right? Like, that was his real name. That's another thing that I've seen that recently. I'm just gonna, this whole episode is gonna be a lot of little like anecdotes about the things that I've seen about the stories that are funny to me. And it's like, no. Vampires don't live in castles because they're vampires. Dracula lived in a castle because he was a count. Therefore.
You look like you're an adulterer. You look like you're lazy. You look like you're a thief. I'm gonna impale all of you. And he impales. And he burns the whole town to the ground.
Okay, fun. So that's actually really, really fun because, again, I watched Castlevania last year for Halloween. This year, throughout the month of October, over on the Chicanime channel, I've been watching Castlevania Nocturne. So if you want to see all of that, that'll be out. But the point is, the Castlevania, in the original series, everything kind of comes to a head because they kill Dracula's wife, and then he kind of just shows up in a big old fire and kind of burns Targovice to the ground. That's kind of fun that he, like, some of these towns that until literally last year I thought were made up are real. And like, anyway, just fun.
There's a German monk there, and he's like, oh my God, he's dipping his bread in the blood of his victims. and he's eating it. That's a vampire. He installed.
Well, also, like, that's a thing that other people did too. Like, again, I will say, historically speaking, people have imbibed the blood and sweat and all sorts of horribleness of execution victims because they thought that if you imbibe some part of another living creature's essence, meaning their flesh or blood or bone or whatever, you can gain that strength that that person might have had. Like that, I mean, people did it in London too with hanged victims, like criminals. Like humans have had such a wild history, y'all. Like things that we think of as just absolutely horrific now were distressingly common. Like, it might not have been everybody, but it could have been anybody, if you know what I mean.
He instills order in Wallachia. So Mehmed is like, your brother wants to be called Dracula, and brother's like, Dracula? That just means like son of Dracul, which we both are. That's lame. And Mehmed's like, we should definitely attack Vlad because Vlad's being a super dick. So
Ooh, I didn't realize that gay lovers came down to taking down Dracula. That's sick. That's so fun. It's like, I mean, it was probably also, you know, like the brother trying to gain power too, but I just like, you'd think that there would have been more of that listed in Castlevania, more of the gay. There's been some in Nocturne. There's some homosexuality going on in that show, but there wasn't enough. I mean, I feel like, there's a little bit. It was hinted upon that Trevor Belmont and Alucard definitely boned, but that was more of an orgy situation.
Mehmed crosses into Wallachia with these like 60,000 troops, and Dracula is like, I get it, I'm outnumbered. So I'm gonna retreat, but what I want you guys to do, my colonels and lieutenants and generals and shit, I want you to burn everything. And they're like, all right, but we're like up our own land. And he's like, yes, destroy Wallachia.
Hold up. Pause. I'm gonna help burn everything. This is the only thing I currently have to hand that will burn shit. I've got like 5 lighters in my bedroom, but that's like a whole room away. Crazy.
So they do it, and they up everything.
Halloween, woo 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 woo.
Okay.
Halloween, baby. Ooh.
So anyway, when Mehmed comes through, they come upon a site that makes his soldiers stop in their tracks. And it is a section half a mile wide and 2 miles long of over 20,000 Turkish soldiers and prisoners that have been impaled.
My God.
Mehmed sees it and he's like, Jesus, I don't even believe in Jesus. Holy Allah, holy Muhammad. It's like a forest of the impaled. And he's like, you know what, guys?
Yikes.
Let's turn around.
And they just turned around and left.
He wins?
So Vlad has won. He's like, ha!
Yay!
He was
Psychological warfare for the win, I guess. Holy shit.
Arguably the most sadistic liver. He's arguably the most sadistic ruler that ever lived.
But then,
But wasn't he like also like, didn't he also like, he was pretty sadistic and like raised the literacy rate? Like, I feel like something I've heard at some point pointed towards Vlad not being quite as heartless as the tales make him out to be. Like, not necessarily in a both sides have merit kind of way, but in a somehow the people that lost gained a following kind of way.
Radu's like, hold on a second. People of Wallachia, Vlad is
sucks. He's like a piece of shit, right? So like, why don't you support me? I'm a good guy.
Oh,
and they
brother.
kick Vlad Dracula out of Wallachia.
Okay, is that why the brother is blonde? Because he's Alucard?
Vlad's like. So fast forward 12 years,
Oh,
Vlad is
12.
like fighting some like border skirmish or something. And then this Turkish assassin like shoots him with an arrow and he goes to Vlad and then he kills him and chops off his head
Okay, good.
and he takes the head
Probably
back to
good.
Mehmed. And
Ew, he takes it all the way
Mehmed
back.
is like, cool, I'm gonna put it on a stake because he loved to impale people.
Oh my god, that's actually kind of sick. It's like, I mean, would have been maybe better if, because obviously he did impale people. But maybe it would have been better if you impaled him while he was still alive. I get the metaphor. I get what you're going for here, sir. I was really hoping that he was gonna die when you attacked him the first time, and then you were going to, poetically impale him on a stake. I didn't realize the 20,000 or however many, half a mile wide of impaled people is crazy. And if you're looking at the Castlevania lore, if you look at Lisa Tepesh, who walked through that whole forest of the dead to get to his castle and be like, you wanna teach me medicine? She's even more of a freak.
And Vlad's like, whatever. I don't even feel this. I'm already dead. Joke's on you guys.
Yeah, right. I don't care. Well, I don't care.
Man's on the stake. Look at my face, people! Look at my face, mother.
I like that the camera shook. I like how enjoyable he's finding this also.
Oh my god, I'm spinning really badly.
Aw, man.
So-
That's unfortunate. I mean, I probably need like 3 or 4 more of these before things start to spin, which is... It is a bummer. It is a bummer. I wish I was more of a lightweight. Because again, like I said, I'm starting to sort of maybe feel it a little bit, but like, it could be worse.
So 400 years later, Bram Stoker was like, oh, this is interesting, this like legend of vampires. Maybe I can write a story about this. And it became one of the biggest horror classics ever.
And still is.
Yeah, I mean, like, think about who doesn't know who Dracula is? Everybody knows Dracula.
But they don't know Vlad Dracul. They don't know that. They don't know him necessarily. I mean, they kind of do. They know Vlad the Impaler impaled a lot of people. That's all we know. Like if you're not like a historian or if you haven't looked into it deeply, all you know about Vlad Dracul is that he impaled his enemies. And maybe some of them even deserved it. You don't know. You didn't know them. They like were traitors once. Some of them, the Boyers, were traitors once. Who's to say they weren't going to be traitors again? You can't trust that shit. I know. This sounds like I'm like standing Vlad Dracul. I'm not. I'm actually not, though. My point being, though, you should watch the Castlevania reactions over on the Chicanime channel and the full reactions over on Patreon.
Everybody knows that vampire
There's
story.
cereal named after him.
Yeah, right? Count Chocula.
Mm-hmm.
Not Count Dracula,
You're
Count
right.
Yeah,
Chocula.
I was like, I
It's
would
like
not
a-
have, I would not have figured that out. There's cereal named after him. I would never have guessed. I wouldn't have.
Dracula. Because there's chocolate sugar pieces in it.
Aw, that was cute. Anyway, anywho, like I said, last time I did one of these, I got like really slammed with the copyright. And so this way I'm hoping that I can, at the very least, point out, it's like, hey, there's a watermark throughout a lot of it. And then I'll be able to monetize the video. Because if I can't monetize the video, that's fine. Just a little bit frustrating because this isn't my only job, but it is one of my jobs. It's nice to be able to monetize. So if you want to be able to help the channel out, you can help by, I mean, just watching it. If you watch this far, fucking cheers to you. Because that helps so much. Just watching the video, liking, liking it, commenting, sharing it. I guess now there's a thing called hype. You can hype it. Like all of that stuff helps out immensely. And if you do have a couple of extra bucks and you want to throw it my way so I can do more stuff like this that's maybe a little bit more copyright problematic. I've got a lot of other ways to do that. Channel memberships, super things, buy me a coffee, all sorts of fun bullshit. Being a member of the Patreon, although that's more useful to you if you are an anime fan or if you have like a specific movie that you want me to see or if you want to see if I've seen it. Point being, I really do appreciate any amount of interaction. And that includes simply liking and sharing and talking about the video. Like, I totally understand if you can't throw me $1 or $2. And I really appreciate it if you can. Anyway, I hope you liked this. This was fun. I don't usually do stuff like this, wherein I purposefully drink a little bit more than I should on a Wednesday night. Just for fun. I was trying to keep up with them. It didn't work out super well, but I tried. And so thanks again. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see me do more stuff like this, again, let me know. You know how. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.